All right. Well, Sherry Stubbs.
All right. Well, Sherry Stubbs.
I hear myself echoing. I don't know why. My grandmother's maiden name was Stubbs. I'm wondering if we're related.
I hear a baby.
I do too.
Well, sorry, that was Rosa. I thought my phone was on mute.
Hi, Rosa.
Hey.
Yeah. I was just thinking, that might have been Dr. Laws. He's like me. At our age, you wake up about every hour crying like a baby when you try to sleep. So it could have been us.
It could have been.
Could have been one of us.
I'm glad to know that I'm not the only one then.
I'm telling you what, if I slept the whole night through, I don't know if I could get up or not. Oh, man.
That's hilarious. My husband got a CPAP machine this week.
Good for him.
I've had 4 nights of no snoring. I feel like I have to be really quiet now.
Ooh.
I don't know how to handle this no noise.
That's an adjustment.
It is.
Yeah.
After all these years.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I don't wake up during the night, but when I wake up, I'm up. So if it's like 3 o'clock in the morning, then I'm up for the camp.
We got a new person on here and I'm just listening to him talk. They're getting ready to get started. Go ahead. What did you say?
Guess what that April 12 flag costs?
All right, I think muted everybody. Just unmute yourself. I see it's 7 o'clock. We're going to go ahead and get started. Let me share my screen. Well, I thought I had everybody muted. Let me go back and do it. Okay, now I've got everybody muted. All right, so let me pull up the agenda for the evening and we'll get started on the quick part agenda, and then we'll go to the other part of the agenda. So this is your final town hall for spring. This is the folks who started this spring in both 601 3-semester program and 601 5-semester program. And I'm going to talk to you about your summer program, what's going to happen this summer. But before we get to that, for those of you who are with Dr. Stedman and Dr. Revis, the 601 folks who are going to 603, the 3-semester folks who would normally do 601 in the spring, 603 in the summer, and 605 in the fall. I have a special guest with us here tonight to talk to you about an exclusive offer. It's quite seriously a very serious and a very, very good opportunity to continue your education while saving a large amount of money. So without further ado, I would like to introduce Dr. Steve Laws. Dr. Laws is the program coordinator for the EDLS program. That's the Ed Leadership Doctoral Program that this MELS MSA feeds into. So Dr. Laws, thank you for joining us this evening.
Thank you for having me, and to everybody, congratulations for finishing your semester. And I know you're excited about a little bit of a break coming up. I'm going to be brief, and then open it up to questions. We will send you an EDLS handbook.
I did. It was in the announcement for the evening.
Okay.
I already sent it.
And so a little history here. Dale, this has been 3 years ago, I guess, that Dr. Lamb had this epiphany of the opportunity for people who are doing add-on licensure, because you do have to have a master's to get into the doctoral program. Those doing add-on licensure can skip the 605 class and begin their doctoral program with the first doctoral class 730 instead of the 605 class. Now he will be a little bit more detailed. You still have to do the evidences for your master's so that you get licensed to be an administrator, but you do not do the 605 class. Rather, you do the 730 EDD class that we offer, and it's so you save money on a course if you're going to ultimately do a doctoral study, and that's certainly a benefit. So that's why Dale was talking about, have we got a deal for you? And I give him great credit for this. We have Dale, last year we got what, 10 or 12, right? That
Yes.
I think because we started 5 cohorts last fall, and we may have got more than that, maybe 15 students who would be in your position, those of you that are doing the add-on, that chose to come on into the doctoral program. So just a little bit about the EDLS program. We are what we call a low residency cohort model. We meet 6 to 8 times via Zoom on a particular night of the week, say a Tuesday night, 6 to 8 times for a couple of hours each time. And then we meet 3 weekends face-to-face. We have 4 locations where we do face-to-face meetings. We do Gardner-Webb University in Boiling Springs. We do Charlotte. We do Thomasville at Davidson Davie Community College, and we do Goldsboro at Wayne Community College. So wherever you are geographically in the state, we would hopefully have a cohort beginning that would be in proximity to you. The weekend meetings, the 3 times a semester, they meet Saturdays from 9 o'clock to 3:30 or 4 o'clock. And then on Sunday, we start at 9 and we work through lunch and are through pretty much by 1:30 at the latest. So you can get home and enjoy a little bit of a Sunday before you go to work on Monday. The other thing that we do, the doctoral program would be a breeze if you didn't have to do a dissertation. Dissertation is the dividing line for doctoral studies. And I think that any of the folk that work with Gardner-Webb will tell you that was always a challenge for all of us to write a dissertation. Dissertation is essentially a book. You're writing a book, usually 125 to 175 pages. That said, what we do is line you up with a dissertation coach from the very beginning of the program. So we're kind of concurrently working on coursework and dissertation. And so it's really worked out for us. We have most of our students will finish within 3 years, some of them a little bit less than 3 years. And the coach guides them along all the way. Dr. Revis is one of our coaches, and just it's just amazing. The students respond to her beautifully, and I think she enjoys it very much too. So it's a real good relationship. We have 6 semesters. We do strategic leadership, then curriculum and instruction leadership, human resource leadership. Our 4th class is the research module. 5th class is policy and ethics, and 6th class is managerial leadership, which is finance and facilities. It's a 63-hour program that you accomplish in the 6 semesters and the dissertation hours that you take along with it. And Dale, what am I leaving out? Get through
Dr.
quick. I know
Stone,
y'all wanting the other stuff tonight.
Yeah, Dr. Stone works with them as well. They get a coach. The evidences are, they mirror what you do in MELS. You'll have 6 evidences. You have a coach just like that coaches your evidence. You have a coach that coaches your dissertation. Now, we don't like this part, but you can terminate at the end of 2 years of coursework and get your EDS. If you don't want to write the dissertation, we don't encourage that, but it is an option. You save $3,500 up front on the cost of not having to take a 605. Again, only 2 years of coursework and then dissertation. You have a coach, you have a chair eventually that help you through. You save money. You already know how the evidences work. You know us. We started you on Qualtrics this time. That's the survey, the data collection instrument that they use. We have trained you, or Dr. Hamilton has done, and Dr. Hamilton, Dr. Crawford, Dr. Stedman, Dr. Revis have done an excellent job teaching you APA 7th, which is what you will write your dissertation in. You have such an advantage. I mean, not only the money wise, $3,500, but you have such an advantage. You just go straight just from 603 this summer into, instead of 605, you go into 730, probably with either Dr. Laws or Dr. Stone or one of the folks that you already know. You have coaches, you know the system, you know how to do 7th edition. You understand the coaching model. You know how to use Qualtrics. I mean, it's a very, very seamless transition. What was it, 3 weeks ago, we had the first group of accelerated graduated. I mean, they're finishing on time just like everybody else. And so it is, you know, I hate to say this because it sounds self-serving. I don't want to sprain a shoulder, pat myself on the back. These kinds of things won't last forever, folks. You know, I'm looking any time for, you know, doctoral programs to start lasting years longer. I'm looking for the stop to the acceleration. You know, that's just the way the world is going now. Everything's going online, and when things go online, they take a lot longer, they cost a lot more. But this low residency model, you'll get to know your cohort, a lot of the people. Now, we've had 2 years ago, we had a group, was it last fall, that all went together that were in the same group in the same cohort in MELS, put them together in the same cohort in EDLS, and they kept their group and just kept right on going.
Yeah.
Actually,
there were several of them, and it ended up that I think 3 of them went to Charlotte and 3 of them went to Thomasville. Yeah. But it's you know, we have a good time in the cohort model. We have a good time. I mean, there's some work to it, or it wouldn't be a doctoral program, but we really do enjoy our times together. I think all of our students will tell you that. And I really hope you will consider it. You're going to get the handbook. And Dale, should I do the chat and give them my phone number?
I've got it on. Let me share my screen again. I had to come out of share. I have it on the screen right now. I sent.
Oh yeah, okay.
I
don't have my glasses on, so that's why I can't.
Yeah, I'm not sure you could read if you had a moment. That's another story for another day. But
there's a lot of love there. A lot of love there.
On the screen, I have Dr. Law's name, his email. He's Slaws at Gardner Webb, and there's his cell phone number. You can call him. Now, we're on the phone all the time, so when we don't pick up, we'll call you right back. It's not that we're ghosting you, but we stay on our phones all the time with our doctoral students, and with our students, we stay on the phone all the time with them because we believe in the support system. So I sent you already earlier this afternoon the handbook for EDLS. There's his information on the screen. He'll be glad to talk with you. Now, you know, I'm a full disclosure person. Doctoral programs aren't cheap, no matter where you go. And this is a way to save $3,500. You know, Steve and I, he gives me too much credit. We sat down and had a discussion. How could we save people money? You know, what could we do? You know, we've done everything we can to try to shorten the process, to keep you in, you know, keep you from having to pay to you as old as we are. And this was another way that we came up with, hey, this would be a neat way if we could get the administration to do it, to save some folks, you know, some money up front and to get them launched and get them started quicker. Now, this is only for the folks who already have a master's degree in the 3-semester program. You folks in the 5-semester, you're not eligible because you don't have a master's yet. But those of you who are in Dr. Stedman and Dr. Revis, you are eligible to do this. And so everybody else that's finishing this spring and this summer in the 3-semester program are very jealous. They want a deal, but we can't find a deal. for them, but this is a deal. If you're interested in a doctoral program, if you want to go ahead and kind of just, you know, you've got a good group that you're working with and you understand the system, this is the way. And now, you know, and my last thing is there is no bargain out there. I wish there was. And if there was, we'd tell you. We'd say you ought to go over here and do this program. There are no bargains in doctoral programs, and this is about the best one we can figure out. They're all roughly the same price, and this saves you about 8 or 9, 10% of the overall cost. That's not a lot, but $3,500, I know that's real money.
Yeah.
That is real money.
So it's still going to cost you probably close to $35,000, and so it's going to cost you a car, and you know, all of us, your instructors, professors, all of us rolled the dice and gambled and got our doctorate, and it's paid off for all of us. So I do think that that's a real positive. The other thing is, you may be able to find online programs that are a little bit cheaper, but I will tell you, what Gardner Webb does, and I'm not going to put any of them down. I'm not going to compare us to anybody else. I'll just say, we'll get you through quicker. And to us, time is money. And because we have the coaching model, and we really do believe that. I saw a chat real quick, Dale, that when do they need to apply? We try to put our cohorts together in July because we have to know which parts of the state are going to make. And so we need that while you're in your 603 class in the summer to kind of know where you're going. Obviously, if you apply, you're not committed to anything, and an application process is very simple because you are already a part of the Gardner Webb community. So it would be a very simple thing. I know we're kind of hitting you cold on this, so I hope you will look at the handbook and please do. It might be easiest if you just text me and tell me your name, and I'll call you back because, like you, if I don't recognize the number, I typically don't answer the phone. And so Dale and I are on the phone an awful lot. So we have a lot of students. There are about 200 students in our EDLS program. We're very, very proud of that. And so I hope you will consider it, and I'll promise you you'll enjoy it. And I hope you will call me. And with that, I'm going to shut up, and y'all need to get through tonight.
Yeah, we don't want to take all their time tonight. They've got class tomorrow night, so we're trying to kind of wind things up again. I wouldn't recruit for this program and be involved in it if I didn't think it was great. They do a great job. It's the largest program on campus now. We were, but because we are shifting to them, they are now. But that's okay. We're number 2.
Well, and like you said, the folk who come through MELS are ready for the doctorate. They have they have the APA, they have the evidence, they know how to write those things up. It is a seamless transition. So you'll enjoy it if you join us. And again, I hope to hear from you. Thank you all for letting me be with you tonight. And I'll talk to you soon. Dale, I'll see you tomorrow.
All right, Steve, I'll see you tomorrow. All right, folks. So if you have questions, if you want to talk to me, there's other doctoral programs at Gardner Webb. We have a curriculum doctorate. Now, we can't do the acceleration on it, but we have a curriculum doctorate that you'd be eligible for in the fall. And we also have an organizational one, but we don't have any special deals with them. Because we're part and parcel of the same thing. We're able, and we share the same instructor for 605/730. We were able to do this one. It is a good deal. So if you have questions, I'll answer any questions you have. You can call, you can email me, you can email Dr. Laws. Talk to Dr. Revis. She coaches in the program and works with them. And so we know that you're prepared to go when you're ready. So, all right, let's shift our gears here and talk about the summer. So the first group that I'll talk to are the folks that we've been talking to so far tonight, is the folks who are with Dr. Revis and Dr. Stedman right now in 601, the 3-semester program. So this summer you will have 603 with either me or Dr. Caton or Maraglia. Dr. Sain and Dr. Griffin Jordan work with me as coaches. Now, the program will change a little bit in the summer in that if you have me, my coaches, I grade my own work and work with you on your evidences. My coaches bring their, there's one's a sitting principal and the other's in the central office. They bring their experiences and adds a lot of value. It's 10 weeks. You will have to, and boy, I'm telling you, it's like your tail's on fire in the summertime because you got to do the OMA and the skip. We can't go into the fall being behind on our evidences. So we'll have 2 more in the fall. So you'll have the OMA and the skip to do. There's no task stream competency analysis. You do have to do your dispositions. Takes you what, 30 seconds to do that. And then you'll have to do a second round of your 21 competencies, your artifacts for your competency folio and task stream. We'll have discussion boards now. Full disclosure, there's a lot of what we call coming and going, to and froing in 603. We don't just have you read a chapter, write a paper kind of thing. It's you got to go out and do a lot of stuff. You got to interview principals about discipline or APs about discipline. You got to do facilities inventory. You got to talk to HR about hiring and about employee benefits. There's a lot of activities, and there's 4 big monster case studies because it is a law class. So it is, I'll just tell you now, you better strap it on for the summer because the summer is only 10 weeks long and there's 2 evidences and a lot of work to do, a lot of work to do. So if you can get started and make sure that you've got your competency folio knocked out for this spring. If you can get started on that, put some extra stuff in that, you can go ahead and start looking at your OMA. Those materials are in your class shelves. If you can start gathering that stuff together, it would certainly help you to be prepared for the summer because the summer is a monster for you folks. For you folks who are with Dr. Crawford and Dr. Hamilton, you'll be moving to 602 with Dr. Sanders and Dr. Barnes this summer. Now, here's the good news for y'all. Because we accelerated you this spring, by the time you get through 602, all you have to have is 2 of your evidences done, the APSEL and the APTEL. So if you get, I talked to Dr. Hamilton earlier today, she thinks all of you are be just about through with the APTEL. Now, you can start the OMA this summer if you want to. With Dr. Barnes, she'd be glad to start the OMA with you if you want to. But the main thing is make sure that you get all of your competency folio knocked out from the spring. Make sure that you've got the first round completely done. And it wouldn't hurt to start the second round this summer. And then there's a lot of activities because this is a research course. The coursework in this one is really heavy. And so there's a lot of assignments, a lot of activities. But the good news for you folks is that if you've got the APTEL and APTEL done by, as long as you get those done, we can wait to start the OMA in the fall, or you can start it this summer. That's according to, how far along you are. But we got to come out of the summer with both of those done, your competency folio up to date, at least 1.5 rounds done in that, and all of your activities done in your research project done in 602. So that's the biggie. So that's kind of what we're doing this summer. That's where we're headed. And so I'm going to stop my share. And I am going to go to, all right, do we have another agenda other than mine for the evening, or are we just going to have all of you folks talk? Dr. Hamilton, Dr. Revis, do we have any other agenda that y'all need to cover this evening?
It's all you, Dr. Lamb.
It's all me. There's Dr. Stedman. It's just all me. All right. So there is the doctoral recruitment for you folks who are going to finish in the fall. There's the doctoral recruitment piece. Again, it's a bargain. It's a good deal. There's what your plan is for summer, where you're headed. Again, there's materials in your class shelves now that will help you if you want to start your evidence work for the summer. If you want to go ahead and get ahead, you can do that, and your coach will pick up and work with you. Dr. Barnes will work with you. Now, you folks, y'all need to get started on your, the folks that are in the add-on, y'all need to, or excuse me, the 3 semester, y'all need to get started on your OMA quickly. And I've got those materials in there because it's there's a lot to pull together for the task 1. And if you can go ahead and start pulling all those things together, y'all will be ahead of the game. But we've had a very successful semester. We've lost a few, as we always do, and that's always part of it. This is, what was it? It ain't for everybody. That's an old Molly Hatchet song. Nobody knows who that is or what that is, but it ain't for everybody. Well, those folks are gone. We want to keep the rest of it. Y'all have stuck it out and made it through this far. We rarely lose anybody at this stage, rarely, unless it's something personal. And so our support system is strong. We work right through the summer. We don't go on vacation. We're not, I go into work every day anyway. We just keep right on going. We don't let off in the summertime. Now, the folks that you got on the screen that work with you this semester, they will not be strangers. If you need them, they're available too. Dr. Hamilton, Dr. Crawford, Dr. Evans, Dr. Stedman, they work with you folks right on through as well. Doesn't matter who you got for instructors this summer or coaches. If you need help, they're available. That's part of it. And so I congratulate you, as Dr. Laws did, on getting through this semester. You've all done well. I'm very pleased. We stabilized after the early drop that we always get. And I don't think we've lost anybody in a while. So I'm very pleased. But we don't intend to lose any over the summer. But please remember, the summer is very short. There's a lot of work. We do the same amount in the summer as we do the regular semester, but we do it in about 7 weeks less. So we got to get after it. All right. So I'm going to go round robin to Dr. Stedman. I'll start with you for closing comments for this spring.
I know you've looked in task stream and you've seen that out of the 3 classes, the majority of the students have scored 3.75 to 4s. Most of our 4s, which speaks volumes. I think every one of the students will remember when all 3 of us when we all started at the beginning of the semester, and we reminded them very often, you hang with us week 4 pretty much, and you go through boot camp with us, and you'll begin to see the changes in you as you are looking into the administrative role. And it happened. Some of them could have bit my head off. I know they talked about me, but they love me now because I was right. I was right, and they have proven to me that I was right by the work that they are ending up doing for the most part, most of them. I'm proud of them. There's a handful that still have some stuff out there. And Dr. Lamb, remind them once we have to turn grades in, that's it.
Yeah, we got to get, for those of you who are in 6013 semester, you got to get, you don't have the leeway that the 5 semester people do to have the backup of summer. You've got to have yours done because we got to start the OMA. The week after you get through, you start back summer school. After we finish this spring, we go right back, and you got to hit the OMA. You got to knock out 2 this summer. Time is money. There's a reason why you can get this program done in 11 months. You're doing 2 years worth of work, so you have to double up. I mean, that's the whole thing.
I'm just excited to see what
money.
what the next steps are going to be for all of you. And as we have said, please keep us posted of the good things that are going to happen for you.
All right. So somebody asked a good question here. When does the next semester begin? So let me share my screen, and I want to show you a trick. So, all right. And so if you will go to Web Connect, let me get out of the way, Web Connect. If you will go to Web Connect, and if you will look right here, I pull mine up here. It's in this menu right here, and you can pull it up here so I can find it, the academic calendar. And so what it will show you is everything that's going on in Gardner Webb every day. And so we simply go over to May. You can do it. Okay. All right. So all right. Let's see. Let's see if I can make it work. Let's see if it will move. Okay, we're on the 17th. Always nothing works when you want it to. All right, so we're still on the April calendar. And for whatever reason, it's frozen and won't move to May. Let's see. Okay, so calendar is not going to change today for some reason. So let me see if I can figure it out another way. Still not going to go. Normally the academic calendar for whatever reason, it is paused right now, obviously. But you can do it. All right, so our last day is the 5th and the 6th, or let me get my calendar up. And so we finish on May 4th and 5th, and then summer school starts. You get the next week off. Summer school starts the week of the 15th of May. I've got old school calendar here. So for whatever reason, my calendar is frozen, won't move over. So, but normally you can go there to the academic calendar and pull it up. So we'll start the week of the 15th of May. So you only get 1 week off. And if you're smart, you'll be working during that week. So that's the answer to that question. Let me stop my share. All right. Thank you for that. Other questions? Let me see if we got any as far as. So Zach's won't move it. As far as will a prepaid slip be mailed to those paper ships back to Gardner Webb? I do not know how they're doing textbooks. You should get something within the next week on what to do with them. Because the textbooks are not handled through Gardner Webb anymore. They're handled through Barnes and Noble. So they send you stuff exactly what they want to be done. And that doesn't come out till next week, might be the week after before. It'll be within like 5 days of the end of the semester. They'll tell you what to do. And it changes from semester to semester. So I don't want to do that. You will be automatically enrolled. Now, that's a good question too. As long as, there we go. Thank you, Dion. So Dion said, if you have a balance with student accounts, they won't register you. But as long as your accounts balance, students accounts, or as long as you don't have a AR hold, that's accounts receivable. That's what that means. As long as you don't have an AR hold, you will be automatically registered for the summer classes. Again, let me see. Let me share my screen. Let me figure this one out right quick. And I can tell you where you'll be. Let me see. All right, so here is the summer. Let's see. Yeah, here's summer. I can go here. All right, so for those of you who are with Dr. Stedman and Dr. Revis, you'll be with me this summer, and Dr. Griffin Jordan and Dr. Sane. For those of you with Dr. Hamilton, you'll be with Dr. Neal and Dr. Burgess. I misspoke a while ago. It won't be Dr. Sanders and Dr. Barnes. It'll be Dr. Neal and Dr. Burgess. Excellent. You'll be with them this summer. They've been teaching this for a long time. For those of you, so that's where y'all will be this summer. Dr. Neal and Dr. Burgess. I should have put that on there. I was thinking I had put y'all with Dr. Sanders has got to do 605. So Dr. Neal and Dr. Burgess will be doing 602, and that's their normal courses. You'll love them. They'll do a great job with you. So Dr. Neal and Dr. Burgess. Dr. Neal is I don't know, she'd kick me if I said retired, but she retired from principalship in Lincoln County and is doing principal coaching for DPI on data. So she'll be working data with you just like she does with principals and assistant principals around the state. And Dr. Burgess is testing coordinator, assistant superintendent. Let's see, is she back in Cabarrus or is she in Canal? I think she's back in Cabarrus County. Dr. Kelly Burgess. So these again are people who are in the field, who do the work. And again, Dr. Neal does for principals and APs around the state what she'll do for you, coach you on data and research assessment. She'll do exactly the same thing she does with them. So you will know what principal coaching is and what you'll be expected to know as an administrator on your data and how to set and look at those things. And so very appropriate. Love to have her do that because it's exactly what you do as an AP and a principal. So that's what y'all will have this summer. Again, you'll start the week of the 15th. Again, it's according to what class, you know me, I do class on Tuesday and Wednesday nights. So I'll try to keep the same. So I do one class on Tuesday. I don't put mine together. I do one class on Tuesday and one class on Wednesday. Dr. Griffin Jordan works with one group and Dr. Singh works with the other. And they kind of share back and forth, and they're with me again. Dr. Griffin Jordan is principal of City of Medicine High School in Durham, a magnet school, and Dr. Sane was principal in Lincoln. He's now in the central office and does consultant work for EC and special POPs all over the country. And so it's wonderful to have him in the law class because about half of it's EC and IDEA and all that stuff. And so he's an expert at that. He did a presentation in Orlando 2 weeks ago. He is nationally recognized expert in that field. So, yeah, we got some good folks, but we'll have a good time this summer. We'll meet Tuesday nights and Wednesday nights. My group meets Tuesday and Wednesday at 7 o'clock. I think Dr. Kate and Dr. Maraglia, I think they meet Wednesdays at 7 o'clock. But we try to keep it on Tuesday and Wednesday like y'all are used to. Now, we only meet once a week. We do not meet a second time. We don't meet a coaching session. Y'all got coached up this semester. We don't do that but once. After that, we meet one time a week. That's pretty much it. Now we go a little longer because remember, we're going to have half as many classes. So we generally meet from 7 to 8:30 or 9, according to, because now on case study nights, it'll be 2 hours. We'll have 4 of them. So 4 nights, it'll be 2 because y'all present that night. Y'all do case studies. your groups work
Yep.
those. So I hope your work groups are working well, because we're gonna
Dr. Lamb, so they'll
rotate
know
you
how
this
to plan.
summer.
My class is the O2 class. Will they be on Tuesday night, and will the O4 class be on Wednesday night? So that they'll know how to plan their nights.
All right, so the way it works is the first one, 2 is on Tuesday, 4 is on Wednesday.
Okay, that's what I thought. Okay.
That's the way it works. So the two class will have Dr. Griffin Jordan, Dr. Anita Griffin Jordan. She's principal again in Durham. Dr. Same will be with the C4. This is Tuesday night. That's Wednesday night. I don't know when Malia and Kelly will meet theirs. I don't know. Kate and Maraglia meet on Wednesday night, but that's not this group. That's the group that's in 602 right now. So I don't know. But the folks that are on with us tonight, Dr. Neal and Dr. Burgess, they either meet Monday or Tuesday. I meet Tuesday and Wednesday. I have other things on Monday night that I have to do. I have a doctoral group, and we have to meet on Mondays. So always for me, it's Tuesday and Wednesday. 2 meets on Wednesday, 4 meets on 2 meets on Wednesday, Tuesday, and 4 meets on Wednesday. So that you'll know, if you know which group you're in now, you'll know which night you're going to have class this summer. And what I do is I post, and I'll show you that. Stop share. Let me start my share again. So what I will do, just like right now, I've got 2 and 4. So what I do is I post our night of the week. Here's all the Tuesday sessions. I'll post our 10 for this summer, but I also post the 10 for the other one. And if there's some reason you can't attend on Tuesday night or vice versa, you can attend the other night if you feel the need to attend, or you can just watch the video, because we'll post the videos. So if you want to switch over and attend some of the other ones, that's fine with me. But generally we like to stay together. And so if you can't come, you can watch the video or you can come live. But so we'll have Tuesdays and Wednesdays, just like that this summer. Again, we meet at 7. We'll be through 8:30. Most of 6 of the nights we'll be through at 8:30. The other 4 will be through at 9. So that's when we meet. Other questions that we have?
Dr. Lamb, are you going to use the Zoom teams that Dr. Revis and I send over to you?
Well, of course I will.
Okay, I just want to make sure. Okay, thank you.
Too much work for me to be involved in things like that.
Okay, thank you.
I'm always looking for that easy button, like over at Staples. I'm not forming any new teams. Academic calendar's working now. Excellent. I don't know why it timed out on us there, but it did. Let's see if I can get it to work now. Thank you. Back to home looking glass, academic calendar. Not working for me, but that's okay. But you can, when it gets working, that's where you go and get it. All right, so stop my share again. All right, any other questions? Academic calendar working. Yeah, all questions about textbooks go to Barnes and Noble. So I don't, why is that freezing on me now? There we go. There it goes. Print off the back mail label, send it to them. Bar the web. Thank you. It's working now. All right, Dr. Revis, you have anything for the good of the group?
Well, I would just like to say that I have enjoyed this semester working with you and getting to know you, and always enjoy working with Dr. Stedman. They call us Mama and Papa, I think, a lot of times, and he's the stern one though. But anyway, I really have enjoyed working with you and getting to know you. And some of you still have a few more steps before you finish up with me. So be sure, let's get that done. Even though the semester ends officially May 4th and 5th, we do have to have grades in before then. So I know that you're working hard to get through that process. And I wish you the best. And remember what Dr. Stedman and I told you, you are always ours. And reach out to us if you need anything. If you need some encouragement or if you need a little nudge, we'll be there for you. And don't hesitate to keep in touch with us. Let us know what you're doing. And particularly when you get your first administrative position, we would love to share in that celebration with you. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Revis. Dr. Crawford, you have any words of wisdom tonight?
It's a jungle out there, but keep your head up. You guys are going to be just fine. Been a great group. And like I said, reach out if you need anything.
Great, thank you. Dr. Hamilton, close us out tonight.
I would echo everything everyone else has said. You all are going to soar. You've done a great job. I'm so proud of each and every one of you. For those of you in the 12-month program, there's a lot to be said for what Dr. Laws and Dr. Lamb said tonight about moving into that doctoral program. Because of that coaching component that Gardner Webb offers, you can get through so much faster. So the cost is not what it would be going somewhere else without that coaching component. I do encourage you to do that. I think that that is something that you would benefit from. And for my group, do that as soon as you can do that. Gardner Webb is a great place to do that. And so I appreciate you all. I've loved working with you all. You are going to soar as administrators. And I love hearing from our former students all the great things that are happening. And again, you are ours and we are here for you. So don't ever forget that. And more than half of mine are there, and the rest of them are getting there in the next day or two. And so proud. And Dr. Crawford, I don't think they call us Mama and Papa. I don't think they see us as that old. What do you think?
I wish they would.
Okay,
just
Dr.
throw that
Hamilton,
out
that
there.
hurt.
Dr. Hamilton only said that to Dr. Crawford to make him feel good. Otherwise, he knows the truth.
Y'all know, I'm gonna remind you again as we're leaving tonight, Dr. Stedman's older than I am. So by how many? 10 days? Something like that. Not many days, but anyway. To close out tonight, bet on yourself. I'm a statistician by trade. I only do this, in my spare time. And I don't advocate gambling ever, but the only time I ever advocate taking a risk or gambling is gambling on, bet on yourself. You did that to get in this program, that you're going to get a job that you want in school administration. Again, I can't guarantee you'll get a job from the MELS program or the EDLS program, but I can guarantee you if you don't get these degrees, you won't get a job. And so we want you to go as far as we can. We don't get paid a thing extra if you all sign up to go. That's not the thing. We need good quality people in the business. We've invested, many of us, over 40 years in this business. And we want good people, and we want to facilitate you to be those great leaders of the future. That's the whole notion of this. It's not selfless, but we don't make enough money to, we don't get paid any additional, but bet on yourself, whether it's with Gardner Webb or some other doctoral program somewhere else. Bet on yourself. Take the risk. It's worth it. The reward for you and your family. If you're going to stay in this business, you need to invest in yourself. Is the point. All right, 45 minutes, we're done. It's good to see everybody tonight. Thank you all again. As always, thank you for choosing Gardner Webb. will be, again, the week of the 15th. We'll have a town hall that week, and you will now no longer be the new student town hall. You will now be in the legacy town hall as returning students, and you'll get to meet with everybody else. You'll get to sit at the grown-up table at Thanksgiving now. We'll see you in a couple of weeks. Everybody have a good break. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Dr. Hamilton, can I ask you a question?
Yes,